Boom, good morning. So Accountability Friday becomes a thing where nobody wants to show up. You guys kill me. Kill me. Admit. All right. A couple things while people are joining. I think we had a really nice top agent event yesterday, so I want to talk about that for a minute. 3 more coming in. So we rented the Papa John's station at the Rays Stadium, which is on the field itself. Private bar. They set up a whole picnic style food. They had pulled pork and hamburgers and hot dogs and popcorn and peanuts and just all the good old American stuff, right? And we started to watch the game, and then we all just started talking. And the next thing you knew, it was over. And they won, and the whole crowd went, hey, woo, hey, welcome, gay signs all over the place. It was quite the event. And so what it takes to do that, well, Chris Reed is joining us. He's in California. Part of the thing is just, so what we do is we take the first quarter, January, February, March, and if you took at least 6 closings, we take 25% of the production. Whoever the top 25% on it turns out to be about $25,000 in gross commission or 6 closed transactions in the quarter. So everybody who did that was invited to do that. And I think we had 65 people invited, which is a pretty big number. And a good time was had by all. And I kind of do that because I like to motivate people I want to reward people for doing good work, number one. But I also want to inspire people to keep doing good work. So it's one of those things where once you hit it and you don't make it again, you feel bad. So you want to strive to get it again. So I had a lot of people, this is the first time I've missed a top quarter event in a long time. I'm going to get back to that next time. So subtle accountability and motivation works to keep everybody kind of happy. Right? Would you agree, my brother?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a good event. Hillary's coming in now.
Fun game too.
Really was.
The Rays are on fire this season. It's really nice to see that energy going on in there.
When you see a home run go and just they hit the ball and it just flies and right over the tip of the guy's glove as it goes over the back. Pretty cool.
All right, so let's jump into it. Let's hear some cool successes.
Well, wait, I got a couple things I wrote down I want to talk about. Just because
I'm too excited.
I know. We're gonna get there, but admit all, they're still joining the room. We are not giving up, just so you know, right? I hate telling people that we're 22% down over last year. And then I turn it around and say, yeah, but the market's down 40% over last year.
Remember the best?
My last one.
I'm gonna mute you, Carla. And then I say, but everybody else is down 40%, so we suck less at that story. But I want to think about the things that we are doing to help you do more things. And I just wrote down a couple things just from my notes, from my notepad, my to-do list. The dot loop condo templates are just going to help you stay compliant with the new condo rules that are coming out. So y'all need to know that. And this is like a fire hose, right? We talked this week about bin verified, remind. And then we also did the title toolbox yesterday. If you missed that class, that's a hell of a tool right there too. And it seems pretty simple to use. Then we got the velocity of money to try to inspire you and your customers to become millionaires by owning real estate, one house at a time with a long-term strategy. And that class is coming up on the 21st. And we got lots of messages for you to send out about that. Then we got this whole CRM concept with Moxie Present and Moxie Engage and Moxie, all the other Moxie stuff, which is a lot. Right. So you got a full-time job now. And then I wrote down the Beachmaker. I was with Sherry Keenan yesterday, one of the top agents at the retreat. That woman has sold 6 Beachmaker condos.
Right.
I mean, come on, these are $600,000 condos, 2.75% commission call, 3, so 6, 3, 18 times 6. That's over $100,000 in commission just from one project that the rest of the marketplace has no access to. Good for her. Right? Yeah, Mike, I don't know the details Frank's been trying to get in touch with me. I've been untouchable. But maybe I'll catch him on the airplane today. Okay, now we can start, Jeff.
Well, let's recap what we were supposed to do today. Let's talk high level for a second. What are we looking for right now? The interaction from you guys, type it in. And what is the number one focus of all of us right now? What do we want?
Listings.
Why?
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Michael. Because that's the only way you can control your life and your business, guys. That's the only way. It's the only way you can be proactively in charge of your business. Buyers are wonderful when they buy. You just can't control when they buy, right? That's the challenge. So we need both, right? We don't not like one of them, but for you who want to take control over your business, it's about finding listings. It has to be. It has to be, because you can control your price point, you can control your area, you can control your market, you can control your clients, you can control the buyers, the type of buyers you're going to work with, because they come onto your listings, right? So that's the reason why we're doing this, is because you guys said you wanted something at a next level that's going to put a big ass smile on your face. And we're here to guide you to that. And with the one thing we can control, which is, hey, people I don't know who's thinking about selling their house, I'd love to interview for the job. And just do that over and over and over and over and over until enough people say yes, and you got enough money, you have a big ass smile on your face and live in a kick-ass lifestyle. That's it. Right. So I just wanted to remind everybody why we're doing what we're doing here and what we're focusing on. So with that said, what was our goal for the week?
His name, like I don't even need to, I just have my cursor over it.
Yeah, Tony, Rita.
I muted him.
What was the assignment? Who wants to remind us?
I'm giving you hints.
52? No.
Oh.
25. We had 25 connections was the goal, was the outcome on what you needed to do this week. Now that's kind of an unfair goal because we just imparted it on you. So we'll see. Some of you did it, some of you didn't, but
Well,
all
we
of
were
you
supposed to
showed-
find absentee owners and high sell score people.
or your sphere, one of the two. Right? So it was the path of least resistance was, people, I don't know who that's thinking about selling, that results in 25 conversations back and forth about real estate. That one we really wanted you to do was go into Remind high sell scores and say, hey, Mr. Clayman, I see you live in Trenton, freaking New Jersey. What are you doing in your house in Flamingo Lane? It's a very interesting market. It's worth a lot of money. I'd love to see what you hypothetically even consider remotely one day, possibly, maybe selling this property, right? And then doing that to 25 people who have a high sell score in a market you'd like to get listings in. So if whether you did 1 or 125, we want to hear about it.
Don't all jump at one time.
Come on, unmute. Tell us the story, guys. What happened? How did it go this week?
Well, I sent out messages to my contacts and I still managed to do 83 letters to my farm. In addition to all the had a showing, took a better part of a day. Yeah, it's a busy week.
So what message did you send to your database?
We need inventory.
Okay.
Who do you know that we don't know? Yeah.
Did you hand do everyone or did you copy and paste?
Copy and paste.
Good. How long did that take?
It doesn't take long.
That's our point, guys. It doesn't take long.
But the
High
stuff
five
in
to you.
stuff in the envelopes and printing out all the letters takes time,
Yeah.
And it takes money.
takes money. Yeah,
And the assignment that we had was free.
yeah,
I applaud your efforts, but the efforts that we were looking for were free.
yeah.
So it's the reaching out, the phone calls and the text messages and the reach out. So talk to me, guys. Tell us.
And I've been trying to get conversations with people when I'm standing in line somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But maybe within the context of a
It
bond.
reminds me of Bob Dean, right? Bob Dean, his claim to fame, which has him doing extremely well in this business. He just can't help himself but talk to people. And he always says, hey, are you moving up, moving down, moving around? And everyone always says, what are you talking about? He goes, I'm in real estate. And I was just kind of curious, are you moving up, moving down, or just thinking about moving around in the neighborhood? And it just starts a conversation. He just can't help it. So he does that, gas pumps, coffee shops, lunches, just strangers, stoplights, whatever it is. He just can't help it. But so it's just starting a conversation. Come on, give us some more, guys. We want to hear. This is how we all learn.
Kimberly chatted in. I let my crazy week control me too much this week.
Okay.
So only sent 42 text messages. Well, 42 is a lot better than what you would have done if we weren't doing this
That's right.
challenge. Made 5 actual connections. From that, I showed 1 house and we are writing an offer. We'll do better this week.
Phenomenal.
I'm 100% phenomenal. I mean, 1 house, 1 offer a week is 52 offers a year.
80% will go through. That's pretty good.
That's a damn good year.
35 deals, 8. So that's $250,000 business right there. Well done. A year. So isn't it great? She only had 5 connections, but she got an offer. The ultimate goal is the contracts, guys. So that's wonderful.
Did anybody play around with Remind and identify high sell scores? And I mean, Chris and Jimmy did a great job on Wednesday going through hands-on how to do that.
Mhm.
So there's no excuses.
Yes. Yes, I did.
You did.
Yes.
So what did you find?
I've got, on my one farm, I got 32 legitimate
Wow.
contacts.
So did you send them anything?
I put them in the, was Engage,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and campaign. Yeah, put them in the campaign.
Love it. Carla said loaded 600 people into Moxie from her farm. Wonderful. That's the gift that's going to keep on giving, Carla. So well done on that one. That's just going to make you top of mind to that world. Kimberly Evans worked on Remind with Angelique. It is incredible. Yes, it is incredible. And thank you for taking the time to learn it to grow your business. Dale worked on Remind. Angelique's, yeah, baby. All right. What else? That our job is to help, right? And so we got to have the things that are happening so we can help.
If you don't tell the doctor where the pain is.
Or
you can't.
yeah, or you tried and you didn't and you got thrown off track. That's part of this business too, guys, right? Is every one of us has distractions. And I was who I was talking with yesterday about this I was back here in the office talking about, goes back to clarity. There's a point that you will reach that you will not allow distractions to get in your way because your outcome is more exciting than the excuses. Right? And it's a process to get there. And it's not easy to get there. And you have to play this game every single day. Every single day. Because you want to see what comes as a result, because you have something that you're striving for that puts a big ass smile on your face. And then nothing will get in your way. And you will do as many text messages, phone calls, door knocks as it takes because you like the results that come about. And if we're not to that step yet, then we're a little bit better than we were last week. And that's great. And you're a little bit better than you were yesterday, and certainly better than you were last month. And then you fast forward a year from now, you're gonna be awesome. So these are the things we need to be working on every day though. And if anybody wants to talk about how they got pulled off track and see how we can help fix that, we're happy to do that too. But this is a group think here.
Well, it happens to all of us. When you're in real estate, there's never a dull moment. Your phone rings and squirrel. You get pulled off track and you do something else that becomes really potentially important.
Let's go. Get in here. Come here.
Okay.
Angelique's yelling at her dog. Use her too. I like having the power to mute. Nick, I pulled a Remind list of people with 300 plus in equity in South Tampa and sent, that's like everybody, by the way, and sent emails and texts about the beach maker. Nice. sent 300 letters and made about 400 calls, resulting in 15 buyer appointments and 2 potential seller appointments. Wow. That's a hell of a week right there. All right. I'm
Well,
gonna read that again.
Yeah, read that again, because that's a packed paragraph.
I pulled a remind list of people with 300 plus equity in South Tampa, and I sent emails and texts about the beach maker. That's brilliant. Right?
He just sent me a text. He's got an appointment set up today. I'm trying to coordinate schedules right now to go pitch the Beachmaker for him.
Holy shit. Tell them to do it before noon.
I know if I have Wi-Fi, it's going to be a mile high pitch.
And I sent 300 letters with envelopes and post stickers or stamps on them and made about 400 calls. 400 calls, Nick. That's like a real job. You know, I get a report, Jeff, from Allie every night. You do too.
Yeah.
That girl is sending 400 text messages a day. And on average, I say she gets 5 or 6 agents, she's looking for agents
Yep.
that are interested in having an appointment. But Mike, Nick, 400 calls. I mean, high five, dude. And 15 buyer appointments. Wow.
Now there's a fire there. There's a drive there that you can just sense when you're around Nick. He's focused and he's ready to do business. He's not playing around, and he's got big goals that are firing him up. Right? He didn't have to do this, right? He didn't. He didn't. But he made himself have to do this, and he feels really good right now. I bet you in the middle of the 284th letter, he wasn't so excited about life at that moment in time, right? So he was doing the stuff that's not fun. But I tell you what, when he ends up with 30 deals as a result of what he's doing and a couple $100,000, right? It's amazing. And then when you start thinking about this, every client is worth how much money, Greg? 130 grand. $130,000 is the lifetime value of the customer. So what he's doing now is banking in his future past clients that are going to be worth $130,000 each. Right. So when you start to really get your mind going, say, man, it's not just getting a deal, it's about getting into their sphere and their future neighborhood and their work space and their whole referral business. And you're really building a business. So when the switch comes on, guys, it came on Nick. It's great to watch.
If one wealthy guy in South Tampa decides to buy a beach maker,
Yeah.
what's he gonna tell all his friends? Oh man, you gotta check out this investment I just made. Let me show you this. Let me look at the link to this presentation. You gotta talk to this Jeff guy.
I can
And
absolutely tell you that happens a lot because I get phone calls saying, hey, my buddy Tommy just told me about what he bought. I'd like to hear about it too. Then I get a text from Tommy. Hey, Tommy, hey, Jeff, I just told my friend Steve about the project. He's going to be calling you. And that's exactly how it works.
Yeah, like what you said the other day. And if they're not interested in the beach maker, now what are they thinking about? An investment property.
Yeah.
And we have others, and there's other things. So once they get in what we call buyer heat, get the hell out of the way. Because they're gonna buy something. All you're doing is planting seeds, and unfortunately, in my opinion, it's happening too fast for you here. You're supposed to do follow-up and stuff before you get the appointments, but it's just a hot market. There's a lot of cool things going on in Tampa Bay or the Bay Area. Okay, who did something specifically with Remind looking for sellers? You can chat if you don't want to talk.
So Nick again, those 300 letters I sent were actually for sellers through Remind. What I did
Okay.
is I targeted people with 500 plus equity in all of Tampa because I figured why not? And then not just trying to sell, but also pitch them investing as well, because obviously they've got the cash available. They're just sitting on it. Might as well do something with it.
Yep. And that starts the water heating up. And it gets warmer and warmer and warmer. It starts bubbling a little bit, and then it starts coming to a rapid boil, and then you pull the trigger. and you started that process. So now what should that group of people be done with now that you did that once?
Wait, what was that question?
Now you turned the dial on the pot of water and start heating up, right? You hit them with one letter and they're starting to think the water's getting warm. What has to happen to get to a boil?
Follow up.
Correct. So
Keep
what's
the
the
pressure
tool?
on.
What's the tool to do the follow-up?
Me, the calling, the Moxie as well.
Moxie.
Especially Moxie with sellers. I feel like because that drip campaign is fantastic.
Correct. Just to keep you top of mind, so when the water starts to boil, they think of Nick, not the person whose picture's on the grocery cart. in
Right.
Public.
Right. And like I've already uploaded them to Moxie, and everybody that I talk to, I upload the same day and add them to all the different campaigns that I think would apply to them, because why wait?
We're gonna coin a new phrase, WWND. What would Nick do? Excellent, proud of you. Now, let's be honest, while you're there, how much time did it take you during the week to make that many connections and generate 15 freaking buyer leads?
I was doing calls probably about 4 hours, 5 hours a day. And that's where I got all the buyer leads. So about, what was that, 20 hours, or not even 20, 15 hours.
Yep. Not bad for $200,000 a year job. You want to share your clarity reason? Is that too private to share?
No, I want to retire. That's it. I want to retire, and I want to be able to, when I die, just give my kid a chunk of cash.
Yep. Mike says, I've got 3 inches in the beach maker. Where you at, Jeff? You're over 50 now?
Yeah, 52. So I'm gonna keep this going certainly through next Friday. Right, and probably to the end of the month, and then, but that's it, and then all these incentives are gone. So push it, push it, push it, push it. And the website, guys, the website, not your Moxie presentation, but the website has the active inventory about what's left. People saying, what's left, what's left, what's left. The website shows you exactly real time what's left, which units are left and where they are in the building. So that's
The website is The Beach Projects.
no, not on the beach. It's not on the beach projects yet. It's it will be today because Puma's back. So yeah, just plan on beach maker.
So what is the Beach Maker website?
c21beggins.com/beachmaker if they want to do the broker site, or they just go to their own website. It's in there. So it's whatever their domain is. So mine is batrealtor.com/beachmaker.
Then that has the active pricing on there.
Active pricing.
Oh, it is.
Yes, there's a Moxie presentation, right, which doesn't have the pricing on it, just the presentation. And then there's the Moxie website, which you guys have both, right? So your Moxie website has the active pricing list on there. It's not the presentation, the website.
One said he made a bunch of money buying and selling skybox furniture. All right, this is an interactive follow-up day, guys. We're not giving you prescriptions today. Well, we're gonna end early then.
Yep.
Nobody's gonna share.
The week's not over. If you didn't get your 25, guys, Monday starts the clock over. So it doesn't take long. Those of you who did it, know it doesn't take long. It's going to take you a solid focused hour to get everything that we're talking about done. So look in your phone right now, set an appointment with yourself and text your friends. If you're not going to go into Remind, then at least text your friends. I would suggest you go play around in Remind because it is a powerful tool.
Well, that's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to get listings, and high sell scores and absentee owners are your best shot. Mom, you're nodding your head. Did you go through your farm area and pick out all the Epsi odors and high Zell scores?
No, that, not yet, but I really like the toolkit. I think it looked like it was gonna be easier with a lot less research than I've been doing on Remind. So I think I'm gonna focus on that too. I'm gonna try the toolkit for the high sales scores. Trying to get the emails and phone numbers, because I think it's gonna be a lot less research. I'll let you know how that goes next week.
Well, I don't think the toolkit lets you.
I signed up for the toolkit already.
Yeah, I don't think the toolkit gives you high sales scores. It just gives you the residents. With what's your other comment.
I have an open house tomorrow, and I have the flyer distributing through the neighborhood that
Nice.
I'm offering door prizes. Actually, gas cards.
Oh, wow. Open houses work, wartime works too. But those are passive activities, you're not into the active activities. Specifically going to look for consistently. Sometimes I run out there, so we'll keep going. All right, well, it's almost 9 o'clock and you guys aren't talking. I gotta pack my suitcase.
All right. Talk to you guys next week on Monday.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Right.